I just would love to know the dollar amount of what she's not accepting. I don't know. I don't think she's like waiting for it to go to trial. I think she wants money. I mean, I wonder, the two things is like the bigger picture of this is like, Andy Cohen spoke up and said, this isn't happening in Atlanta. The contract says this has to happen in New York. And the judge was like, we don't really care what the contract said. It's going to happen in Atlanta. So it's like, look, these Bravo contracts are very, very, very one-sided. It's not a slight against Bravo. VH1, MTV, you're in the business. Any network that you are signing on, you can't negotiate. They're very one-sided about your rights and everything you're giving up. So I just think it's the bigger picture of like, any settlement is kind of like a win for any housewife of like, is this going to open the floodgates of people coming? I'm not saying, let's not get too dramatic here. Like, I don't think everyone's going to come forward and sue Bravo, but it's just a bigger, like, we're not afraid. We're not going to take this laying down. So Nene, this isn't going away with $0. So at the end of the day, Nene will get money. I wonder if Nene is also trying to throw in like, I want this much and I want a show. Because I can tell you they ain't giving her a show. Like they'll say, this is just my opinion. Okay, I'll take X amount of dollars, but she's not settling unless it's a show. And they're saying like, we will never work with her. Here's an extra $1 million or something. Like, I just believe if that comes to it, that Bravo and Andy and all that will pay extra to not have to ever work with her again. And I think she might really want to hold out for this future. And I think it'll have to be extra money to not have like a development deal or a show or something. I mean, I think I think that she wants a show in addition to it. I do.
You do?
I don't know.
I mean, look, I'll tell you from the article, it's fascinating, right? They're stuck on something because it sounds like they've been in arbitration for a while. And now here they go with a 45-day extension. So there is a holdup there. To me, it's more like, I think she wants them to admit that they were racist and they're not going to ever publicly say that.
Oh God, no.
They each get to put out statements, right? Like, okay, we whatever, we settled this and, Bravo was found that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes they admit some sort of guilt, but it's never like really what it starts as. Or she gets to say, I want to make the statement that I settled this racist, lawsuit against Andy Cohen and Bravo. I think it's about the terminology, but it did sound like it was also about the dollar amount, that she was not happy with the dollar amount. So we'll see.
And I love that you say 5 or 10 million. I mean, I don't think it's anything close to that. If I had to take a guess.
Really? Well, you know, something's bigger.
I mean, $10 million.
Wasn't she asking for 10? Wasn't she asking for 10? Was that what it was?
I don't think she's going to get anything close to that.
Let me look.
I don't think even 5 million. Listen, here's the thing before we move on. Let me just explain what the thing is. It is such a risk for both sides to go to trial. Like your deal for 2 million or whatever it is could become 0 at trial. And same thing with Bravo. At trial, your 2 million could become, 10 million plus admit this. And so I would say the chances of this going to a trial are so slim. And I just, when it's settled, guys, I just want it, I love talking money. I just want it to leak. I just want to know what the terms are of this settlement. I just want to know.
I think she'll get several million, but you're so right. By the way, neither party wants this to go to trial because think of everything. Nene's being sued now by her boyfriend's ex-wife. Even think of Candy Burris. A lot of them have not come out. By the way, all across the Housewife board, a lot of people now, they are still working for Bravo. So of course they can't, but if they were called to trial, Candy and many others they're not defending Nene. They really aren't. I mean, they're basically saying either I don't want to comment. This isn't my experience. I don't believe it's true. By the way, I mean, Candy alleges that Nene was racist to her. I mean,
listen to my interview with Candy. Listen to my interview with Sheree. Listen to my interview with, I mean, I ask all of them. Anybody who has worked with Nene that is on Behind the Velvet Rope, I have asked all of them. I asked Marlo Hampton.
What did Sheree say? By the way, did Sheree comment?
Look, they all say what they say without answering it. I mean, Sheree says, I mean, look, I mean, the bone collector ain't gonna let me get one over on her. Sheree says, like, you know, Nene's relationship with Kim is Nene's relationship with Kim, and it's different than my relationship with Kim. That was her answer. That's not exactly answering the question there, is it? I mean, I can't go all lawyer on Sheree Whitfield and say, that's not answering the question. The bone collector would come for me, Sarah.
I know that's a good answer though. It's
a good answer. And it's not that I'm afraid of these people. It's just that when we want them back on the podcast, we have to get them back on the podcast. So I think
that's good. I mean, the bottom line is I'm sure Nene's a lawyer. They're going to settle. That's the bottom line.
They're going to settle, and I just want to know for how much. Speaking of RHOA, I mean, this made me very happy. I don't really agree with this ranking, but Miss Kenya Moore has come up with her list of the shadiest housewives in history. And the number one shadiest housewife on Kenya Moore's list is Kenya Moore. So Miss Moore thinks that she is the shadiest of them all. Number two, she puts Bethany Frankel. I don't really think Bethany is shady at all. She is kind of direct and will tell you to go fuck yourself. But I don't really know if the shade is real from Bethany. That's her number two. Number three, she gives credit to, you know, the OG herself, Miss Camille Grammer, or as you like to call her, Camille Meyer. Camille's pretty shady. I would agree with that one.
Totally.
Camille's number four is another blast from the past, season one, OG, Miss Lisa Vanderpump. I have mixed feelings on Lisa. I don't know if Lisa's really that shady either.
Really? I was going to say Lisa could move to position number two for me. Camille Meyer could stay at three. And
five is my girl, Miss Phaedra Parks.
Totally shady. Yep. Okay. Love it.
I don't know. I mean, does anyone jump out of like, I mean, Kenya is
Bethany off the list.
Get Bethany off list. Who is like shady? Who is shady? I mean, because to me, like the definition of shady is like, I'm going to give you, I mean, where the fuck is Lisa Rinna on this list? Where's Lisa Rinna?
Lisa Rinna goes in the category of Bethany to me. Like, I think they're pretty direct. Yeah. I was thinking more my Potomac gals, like is Candy Gal shady, you know? Candy Gal's can be a little shady, you know.
Candy Gal can be a little, oh God, Giselle is way up there, guys.
I mean, so kind of, I feel like Kenya's number one, Lisa Vanderpump